Hey guys, welcome back to episode number 4 of the Tempo podcast. So, I know last time I did my podcast, I did 2 in a row basically. I was talking about World Championships, the time trial event, and the team time trial and all that stuff. So, this episode, we're just going to talk, we're just going to have a good time, and we're going to see what we even talk about. So, it's Tuesday. It's a very cloudy Tuesday. Supposedly there's supposed to be a chance of rain tomorrow here in Southern California. Who knows if that's actually going to happen, but the weather was nice today. It was about 72, 73 degrees where I work up in San Clemente. And it was a nice day. So I hope the weather stays like this for a little while. It's been quite warm recently, so hoping it stays a little bit cooler. I prefer the cool rather than it being super hot. So this past weekend on Sunday, me and my girlfriend Macy, we went and rented 2 mountain bikes from Trek Superstore Solana Beach. Shout out to them. We got the Trek Remedy 9.7, and they were so much fun. I've only been mountain biking one time, and it was with my boss, and he took me. There's a bunch of trails behind where I work. So he took me back there and we did like a 6-mile loop one day for lunch, and I was like dead. And this is when I like very first started cycling regularly, like probably even before that. So I was pretty tired after that, and that was probably only an hour loop that we did, and we only did 6 miles, and it was pretty brutal for me back then, at least. Now I think I'm a little bit more fit now, so I would be able to do a little bit better than what I did previously. But anyways, so we rented those mountain bikes. We went to Los Penasquitos Canyon Preserve, and we did that little loop. It starts at the little baseball fields, and you can either go right or left. It both leads to this waterfall. And of course, you can go back even further, but we didn't end up going further because we had planned to do Los Penasquitos, and then we were going to do Dixon Lake later in the day. But so what we did was we did Los Penasquitos, went to the waterfall, got some GoPro footage, had a good time. It was my girlfriend's first time mountain biking. She was a little bit apprehensive at first because she's not really comfortable riding bikes. And when we first moved, when she finally got her road bike, she started getting more comfortable riding on the road, riding on a not on a like beach cruiser or anything like that, riding in the bike lane and all that stuff. She's not real comfortable with doing that. She's just nervous about it, which is fine. But she's gotten more and more comfortable with the road bike, and I was like, all right, let's go do mountain biking and see how that is. So we did that. She said she had a good time. She was a little nervous, but as we started riding more, she got more and more comfortable. And as far as I know, she had a good time. She was laughing the whole time, so that's always good. So we were having a good time there. So we did Los Penasquitos, and then stopped by Mickey D's real quick, got a Coke and a cheeseburger with extra pickles because that's what she likes. Then from there, we went to, instead of going to Dixon Lake, we didn't want to go to Dixon Lake. It was going to be pretty warm and didn't really want to go there and then have to only be able to ride for like an hour and then have to drive all the way back to Solana Beach to get the bikes returned before they close at 6. So we went to Las Posas, and there's some trails back behind Las Posas in San Marcos. And so we went there. It's only about like a mile and a half little loop around this body of water, just sitting. I don't even know if it's like actual lake or what it is, but it's disgusting. It's super gross water. It's not nice. But anyways, we did that little loop, and then we rode back to the car. Then we went back to Trek, dropped off the bikes, and overall it was a super good time. I enjoyed the rental experience. I have never rented a bike before, and it was fun. I mean, those bikes were insane. If you ever get the chance to ride a Trek Remedy 9.7, definitely do it. They are pretty insane bikes that they got there. And so I definitely, I think whenever the time comes for my road bike to be upgraded to a new bike, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon, I think I'm going to definitely rent a Madone SLR with Di2 and see how I like riding that thing, because those things are badass. I mean, the integrated bar and just the way it looks, and the having it being available in disc brake with Di2 or with calipers. I mean, it's just like that bike is insane. I've never ridden one before, but I got to look at it and I was pretty amazed about just the way it looked and how light it was. So yeah, whenever the time comes for that, I'm definitely going to go and rent the Madone for a day, try and get at least 100 miles on it, and really test it to see if it's even a bike that I would be interested in having. But that's a little ways down the road as of right now. I'm currently looking to get a new car, actually. I'm going to go. I don't know when I'm going to go, but I'm going to try and find a car that gets a little bit better gas mileage than what I get right now, and also a newer car. So, yeah, I've been thinking. I think I've narrowed it down to 2 cars, but I'm also really open-minded about like any hybrid cars, because obviously I drive 80 miles a day. Gas adds up. I paid almost $4 for gas this morning, which is ridiculous, by the way. California, get on it. But yeah, so I've narrowed it down to 2 that I really like. I like the Hyundai Velosters or Veloster. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that 2017 is one of the ones that they have used at the dealership. And there's also a Mini Cooper 4-door. I don't know if it's the Countryman, but it's a 4-door. I would want a 4-door because I don't want to have a 2-door and then have people squeeze into the back of my car if I need to drive others than just me and my girlfriend or someone else who's with me, you know? So I prefer a 4-door. The Veloster is a 3-door, which I think is kind of cool, actually. But that one it's supposed to get 37 highway, 28 city. I'm sure it averages about 34 to 37 highway and probably 26 to 28 city, which isn't bad. That's pretty good. I mean, and it has a 13-gallon tank, which the car I have right now is a Kia Rio. It's a 2001. It has I believe, an 8-gallon tank, which is weird because online it says that it has an 11-gallon tank, but I've never been able to get 11 gallons in it. And I believe it gets about 33 highway, and I have no idea what it gets city, but yeah, I'm just looking to get a new car so I don't have to worry about taking it into the shop all the time, worrying about it breaking down, because this thing shut off on me not too long ago. I was at a stop sign and I went to go and my car wasn't on, and then all the lights turned on and then they all turned off and I couldn't get the car started. Yeah, it's a big old cluster, but anyway, so I'm looking to get a new car. So that would be first before I even think about getting a new bike. But I do recommend Trek Superstore. Solana Beach is the one we went to because the San Marcos one didn't have bikes we wanted. But either of those stores, definitely recommend. I love Trek bikes. I've always loved Trek. I've just never had the money to buy them. So, yeah. Also, what happened on Sunday was the UCI World Championships Men's Elite Road Race from Austria. And let me tell you, 258 kilometers in 7 hours, that's a pretty brutal course. And the last climb is an average gradient, or not an average, the last climb is like a 30% gradient or something insane like that. Like, I couldn't even imagine walking up that thing, let alone riding my bike up it. But these guys, I mean, wow. It was the most insane race that I've watched so far. Besides, I mean, just like I don't even know how to describe it. It was a great race to watch. I mean, it came down to four dudes at the end of the race. Peter Sagan, he got dropped early. The course didn't really fit him, and so I don't think he really thought he had a chance anyways because of the climbing. Like, there was a lot of climbing going on, but anyways, he got dropped off early. Mikhail Kwiatkowski, he got dropped off early. A couple other big contenders got dropped off early. Primoz Roglic, he got in a crash, so he had to chase back on to even be in contention, and he didn't even get back on until like the end of the race, where it was basically split up. Whereas at the end, like the last probably 10 Ks of the race, it was Michael Woods from Canada, Alejandro Valverde from Spain, Damiano Caruso from Italy, and I believe Julian Alaphilippe from France, but I could be wrong. No, yeah, that's right. Oh no, and Roman Bardet. Roman Bardet was in there too on the last big climb, and then it slowly dwindled out. Mike Woods was hammering it up that last climb, and behind him was Bardet and then Valverde. Damiano Caruso got dropped. Julian Alaphilippe got dropped. And then out of nowhere, Tom Dumoulin was chasing back on to catch those three guys. And towards the last, I think he caught him at the last like 3K to go. Dumoulin descended that hill like a champ. I mean, I don't know how he caught back on, but he did. And he was about to make an attack, and Valverde was in the front of the four of them, and Valverde turned around just to see him right as Dumoulin was attacking. So Dumoulin pulled off and just didn't attack. And so in the last K, it was Alejandro Valverde, Michael Woods, Roman Bardet, and Tom Dumoulin. And it was an amazing finish. Valverde was looking back the whole time, checking to see if anyone was going to attack and go over the top of him. Nobody attacked. So in the last, I don't know, maybe 300, 200 meters, Valverde was just like, screw it, man, I'm going for it. And he sprinted all the way to the line because he knew he had the better sprint out of the four of them. And he knew that Dumoulin probably didn't have the legs from chasing back on to catch the three of them. So Valverde was like, dude, screw it, I'm going. And he sprinted all the way to the line, and Bardet ended up getting over Michael Woods, and it wasn't even close from the finish from what I remember. But so Valverde won the World Championships. He is now the world champion, and he definitely deserved it. Man, that guy's been working so hard to try and win the World Championships. He's been second multiple times. He's won a bunch of classics. He's won some other stuff, but he's never won the World Championships, and he's finally won it. And he's 38 years old. I mean, that's pretty old for a cyclist, I think. I mean, but man, he was so stoked. I don't think he could even put it into words how pumped he was on winning that. And I mean, I was stoked for him. That guy's been working hard, especially from that crash he had last year at the Tour and all that stuff. So he deserved it. So congratulations to Alejandro Valverde, Romain Bardet for getting silver, and Michael Woods for getting bronze. That's amazing. So it should be a good 2019 season. It's going to be good for the classics, I know for sure. And yeah, so that's pretty much my week. What I did on the weekend. Coming in 2 weeks here, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks. On the 17th, we're going. Me and Macy are going to Portland, so that's going to be pretty fun. I'm super looking forward to that. Getting able to relax and just camp on the coast. It's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it so much. And yeah, that's all I got. Got a GoPro mount. Might post some mountain bike videos. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Strava, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to me on YouTube. I post the podcast on YouTube, and follow the podcast on Instagram. All that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this episode. Congrats to Alejandro Valverde again. Well deserved. 2018 world champion. He gets to wear the rainbow stripes for a full year. And Peter Sagan, I mean, that guy is just a class act. That being able to honor that title and put the medal on Alejandro Valverde, I mean, that's just awesome. So yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed listening, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.